The APEC summit, Prime Minister Mark Carney says the Canada-China relationship is at a turning point after meeting with President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the summit.
Prime Minister Carney and President Xi mean for Canada's fraught relationship with China and for Carney's ambitions to diversify trade.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is signaling a new approach this morning. We have images from Carney's meeting just a few hours ago with Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the APEC summit.
Something changed on the world stage, and Canada was right at the heart of it. At the 2025 APEC summit, Prime Minister Mark Carney faced Chinese President Xi Jinping across the table. And in that one meeting, the vibe of international relations flipped. It had been 8 long years since a Canadian PM last sat down with China's top leader. But this wasn't about the formalities or the photo ops. It was the energy in the room. Xi's earlier chat with Donald Trump had been all stiff and guarded. Then came Carney, and everything loosened up. The grins, the easy tone, the real warmth. It all hinted at something bigger than talk. Right there, the globe caught a subtle power shift, with Canada suddenly front and center on the new diplomatic landscape. The setup was straightforward, almost low-key. 2 leaders at a sleek table, each from wildly different spheres. One commanded the world's biggest population and its #2 economy. The other headed a nation often underrated, but increasingly admired for its steadiness, fairness, and values. For Carney, this wasn't just going through the motions. It was kicking open a door that had been bolted shut for years. After nearly a decade of chill between Ottawa and Beijing, the feel of that encounter screamed rebuilt trust and kick-started conversation. When Xi welcomed Carney, the nonverbals spilled the tea. The handshake dragged on a bit, the smiles rang true, and the air buzzed with real mutual vibe. This wasn't the cold shoulder China gave Washington these days. This was how Beijing rolled out the carpet for a partner it actually wanted on board. The key difference? Reliability. And Carney delivered it like no Canadian leader had in ages. For almost 8 years, Canada-China ties had been on ice. Diplomatic chatter was scarce. Trade talks dead in the water. Official trips a no-go. It wasn't oversight. It was by design. Washington liked that gap, keeping Canada's world stance locked in step with U.S. goals. Any Beijing outreach had to root through American filters, start to finish. It was all about reliance, not real teamwork. Mark Carney took power dead set on smashing that mold. In no time, he started remaking Canada's global rep. He hit up Beijing not as a sidekick or U.S. errand boy, but as a solid, standalone player with real value, smarts, trustworthiness, and gateways to Western markets. In the process, he put Canada back on the map as a country that could deal with heavy hitters on its own rules. In their talk, Carney pushed teamwork over tussles. He highlighted practical partnerships and growth that puts people first, mirroring Xi's own pitches for win-win prosperity. His words weren't for cheers, but for clarity. He pointed out that silence helps nobody, and true gains come from steady, positive back and forth. Classic diplomat speak, but the message was crystal. Canada was stepping up to steer, not tag along. At the same event, Xi linked up with Donald Trump too, and the difference was night and day. Facing Trump, it was all business deals, quick smiles, and locked-up tension. They traded niceties, but the underlying strain was obvious. Rivalry talk, not buddy vibes. Flip to Carney, and the room's whole feel transformed. Their chat rolled smooth. Xi leaned in, chuckled lightly, and talked with clear ease. The optics alone said it all. It wasn't raw power. It was straight-up respect. That showdown nailed a world in flux. To China, Carney was a fresh face. A Western boss who picked talking over bossing, teamwork over fights. Beijing spotted in him someone reasonable, able to keep things even-keeled when other Western hubs were all about ideologic beef. For onlookers, the cozy exchange marked Canada grabbing back its rep as the rock-solid, dependable, principled player, stuff America used to own. And as DC grapples with yesterday, Mark Carney's crafting tomorrow. What do you think about all this? Tell us in the comments. While you are here, check out the video appearing on your screen right now. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.